Real question from the masses, is it still possible to build a simple house in the province in 2025 with a realistic budget? And many OFWs and working-class Filipinos are asking, Magkano ba talaga ang kailangan? This is actually an excellent question. So let's tackle this in today's episode of Cool Talk. So guys, welcome again to another episode of Cool Talk. If you're new here, we talk about things real talk for smart homeowners like you. So if you're into that kind of stuff, please subscribe. The topic for today is interesting. Gone are the days when 300,000 pesos could get you a decent Bahay. In fact, even a 1 million budget nowadays would only get you a skeletal structure or a foundation and a few walls up, which is still good. At least you have something to show for your money. But if you really starting from scratch and you aiming to build a home that you can already move into and turn the lights on, then how much do you really need? So before we continue, I want to clarify that there is no standard when it comes to construction costs. For example, some people might say they built a house for 800,000 pesos, but the quality of materials used might not be the same as yours. So while it's good to get ideas from other people's experiences, always remember that every project is unique. So what matters most is that you know exactly how much you want to allocate per room per head. Walk through this episode so you know where your money is going. So the first thing we need to talk about is what a simple house means, because I believe that we all have different definitions of what a simple house is. So for me, a simple house means a home that is enough for you and your family to live in comfortably. It's not extravagant. It doesn't have high-end finishes, but it's functional. It's safe, and it's aesthetic. So to further break this down, I'm talking about a house that has 2 bedrooms, toilet and bath, basic kitchen, small living area, maybe 30 to 40 square meters floor area, concrete hollow blocks, galvanized roof, basic tiles, flooring, paint, etc. Of course, the cost will vary depending on the location. Like I mentioned earlier, the materials, labor, and even permits and clearances will affect your overall construction cost. For example, if you're located in NCR or Mega Manila, chances are your labor costs will be higher compared to if you're building outside of Metro Manila. Or if you decide to use premium materials for your home, it is expected that your total construction costs will be higher than if you choose to use standard or regular materials. So this video will give you a rough estimate based on standard materials, standard finishes, and average labor cost in Luzon. With that said, let's get started. The first item we have here is the materials, and this includes the structural materials, architectural materials, mechanical, electrical, and plumbing materials, as well as the finishes. As of 2025 estimates, the range can go from 450,000 pesos to 600,000 pesos. Again, this depends on your scope of work, the quality of materials that you will use, but also the location of where you're buying your materials. For example, if you're going to buy directly from the quarry or from the manufacturer, chances are you will be able to get better deals compared to if you buy through a supplier or a retailer. My personal recommendation to be able to keep your material costs low is to do owner-supplied or awesome materials. In this way, you get to look for materials on your own and negotiate prices with suppliers and contractors. You get to save quite a lot. But of course, this requires a lot of time to look for materials. You have to build your network. You have to compare prices, negotiate, and coordinate delivery schedules with your suppliers. And there's a lot of legwork involved here. So this is not for everyone. Second, we have labor. Labor cost varies widely depending on the type of contractor that you hire. If you hire a general contractor or a turnkey contractor, they will handle everything from the preparation of the budget, the purchase of materials, hiring of workers, securing permits and licenses, scheduling inspections, overseeing the construction, and so on. And this is the most convenient way to build a house. But of course, at the most expensive, because they will be handling everything. They will charge you a certain fee or a percentage on top of your total material cost. That's why under this setup, your labor costs can reach up to 30% of your total construction cost. On the other hand, if you opt to hire a construction cost estimator or a they will just help you prepare the budget based on your architectural plans and specifications. They don't handle the purchase of materials nor the hiring of workers. This option will be cheaper compared to hiring a general contractor. But of course, it will still be more expensive compared to if you hire individual workers. So my personal recommendation is to hire a construction cost estimator. With this setup, you get to enjoy the convenience of having someone who will prepare the budget for you based on your plans and specifications, and you get to do the rest of the legwork yourself. With this setup, your labor costs can go from 200,000 pesos to 300,000 pesos. Next, we have permits and clearances. Depending on your location, your permit and clearance cost will vary, so it's best to check with your local government for the exact fees. And lastly, miscellaneous. This is a buffer for any additional expenses that you might incur during construction. It's always better to have a contingency fund. Of course, this is optional. It depends on your comfort level. But my personal recommendation is to have at least 10% of your total budget as your buffer fund. So if we add up everything, it is safe to say that you will need at least 700,000 pesos to 1 million pesos to build a simple house in 2025. Of course, this will still vary depending on your location, contractor, and finish. If you're wondering how to cut costs wisely, you can start by doing owner-supplied materials. Get multiple contractor quotes, use local materials such as bamboo for your flooring, compressed earth blocks for your walls, etc. And lastly, stick to a compact, efficient floor plan. And then on the flip side, I also want to share with you some mistakes to avoid. First, don't start building with just half your budget. It's never a good idea to start a construction project without having enough funds. Second, don't skip the bill of quantities. Always include a bill of quantities in your construction contract. This document lists down all the items, the quantities, and the unit costs. So, make sure that your contractor provides you with a bill of quantities. And third, don't hire workers without a written agreement. It's important to have a written agreement with your workers to avoid misunderstandings and disputes. So guys, it's not about having millions. It's about planning smart. It's still possible to build a home in 2025 if you know where your money is going. So I hope this video was helpful. Please let me know in the comments section below what your budget is to build a house. Also, if you have any questions, feel free to send them to our email address. And I'll see you in the next one. Lastly, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and follow us on social media for more Kalye Talk episodes. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.